Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of CardBlitz. This is episode 62. I'm your host, Kelly Reed, joined by my good friend, my co-host, Patrick Marshall. Patrick, how's it going?
What's up, Kelly? How are you today?
Man, it is the Ides of March, man, and
That's
there's a lot coming up in the sports world, and we got a lot of card talk to get into also.
yeah. There's a lot going on. I mean, this Charlotte is buzzing because the ACC tournament. This is just a special time of the year, March Madness, and throw in other events as well, of
Yeah, you got
course.
Selection Sunday tonight, and then here in Dallas, we've got a Grand Prix of Dallas out near Jerry World. Uh,
Yeah, I heard about that.
Dude, that's going to be some insanity. That's going to start in about an hour local time.
It's a road race in Arlington,
Yes, sir.
right? Wow. I wonder how they pulled that off. That's pretty impressive.
I think Jerry's got some pull. He pulled some permits and made it happen.
Yeah, man. Wow, it's pretty neat.
Well, again, March Madness, that'll be all exciting with the playing games on Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning, man, they get after it. But we got some other madness going on in this whole World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, it's been pretty entertaining, man. It's exactly the game that happened yesterday is exactly why these guys play for their countries. I mean, it was amazing. Did you see the results of the Venezuela and Japan?
I watched that game,
Oh,
and
you did?
man, I mean, I was shocked. That was like Japan goes up, they're like up, they're down 1-0, then down 2-1, then up 5-2, and next thing you know, man, Venezuela, they turned it on, man, and Japan was chasing, trying to pull one out, and they couldn't.
But I mean, Venezuela's talent is amazing. You go top to bottom in their lineup. I'm like, whoa, I didn't know he was Venezuelan. This is going to be good.
Well, dude, and then you got like the Kansas City Royals going in as Italy.
Yeah, no,
Look at their roster, and the U.S. not too shabby either, man.
right, right. I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, so we've got USA versus Dominican Republic
Tonight.
tonight at 8 o'clock, and then we've got Venezuela, the winner of yesterday, taking on Italy, which you just mentioned, which has got to be a surprise. I mean, going undefeated in their Pool B was, I don't think anyone saw that coming. I mean, I didn't. So it's
No,
pretty
and then,
amazing.
the Dominican Republic, their roster's really strong as well, man. I think we got two good semifinal matchups coming up, and then hey, Tuesday night, St. Patrick's Day, your day.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
didn't the Dominican Republic beat Venezuela in pool play?
I
I,
that
I like
I can't confirm, man.
like earlier a week ago. I mean that they're getting back to your point. They're a really good team,
Mhm.
so it's going to be tough.
Four great teams, man. Two good games left, and then a title game.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a big week. There's a lot going on.
Uh, Definitely, man. Well, you want to get into like some of the birthday action?
Yeah,
Anything else on your mind? What do you want to get into?
yeah. Let's do the birthday boy, and then let's do a little show and tell after that, if that's good with you.
That'll work,
So,
man.
born on this day, 67 years ago, was one of Mr. Harold Baines. He was an all-star outfielder for the Chicago White Sox, and little did I know that he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, which obviously we knew about. But his season, I mean, his career stats were, they were okay. He was one of those people kind of on the bubble. But man, I remember him growing up. He seemed like he was an all-star every year. He was a clutch hitter. I mean, if you're in the playoffs or the World Series, I mean, he comes up to bat and he would hit for power in situations where you just guy needed to get a hit. I remember him just being very smooth at the plate. So I mean, 289 career hitter, hit 384 home runs. I think what's really impressive is he had like over 1,600 RBIs, which is pretty amazing for a few teams that weren't that good that he played on back in the day. I mean,
Hmm.
the White Sox three times, the Orioles, um,
He,
perennial.
he was even on my Texas Rangers for a minute.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, I read about that. That I didn't even know that he was part of that.
89, 90, man. It was an interesting time for the Rangers.
He was part of Sammy Sosa going to the White Sox, something like that. He was
Yeah,
part of that deal. So pretty crazy. I didn't realize that.
all linked
But
in, man. And I was say, isn't there like some story about like how he signed for like a low amount of money. It's like a first overall like selection.
I know he's only one of four players who were drafted first overall by their clubs to make the Hall of Fame. I don't know what he signed for, but I thought that was a pretty interesting stat as well, especially if you're a baseball guy. I mean, that's pretty interesting. I think it was Ken Griffey Jr., Joe Mauer, and I forget who the other one that was drafted first, but Harold Baines is part of that club, which is
That's
that
an
was
elite
pretty
club,
interesting.
man. If you're if you're in there with King Griffey Jr., yeah, you're doing something
Yeah,
right.
yeah, pretty amazing. He's also going back to his clutch hitting. He's something like seventh all time in grand slams in games played. I mean, he had like 13 career grand slams. I mean, that's a lot. I mean,
Hmm.
be far fetched to find many major league players who have one. you know,
Right,
so
let alone 13.
13, I thought was pretty impressive. So if you want this guy at the plate, when the game's on the line. So um, yeah, it's pretty good. So happy birthday, Harold Baines.
Man.
So
Well, my birthday kiddo is he is born in Cincinnati, but he did not play for the Reds ever. And in his minor league days, he was known as Euclid, the god of walks.
yeah,
And it kind of goes in with his last name. And he's now known as Uke. And
yeah,
that'd be one Kevin Youkilis.
nice. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. I remember him very well. So
Well, I was gonna say, man, he's a Red Sox for from 2004 to 2012, won a couple of World Series with them. He's a three-time All-Star. He switched teams though from Red Sox to White Sox in 2013 or
okay,
2013. Um, went to the Yankees, and then he
finished his
did
career.
his career, man, over in Japan. I don't know if you knew about that,
I
man.
did not know that.
Yeah, he was a part of the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so he
That's
got, part of the Japanese baseball league. So he got paid over there and yeah, again, he's not going to be in the MLB Hall of Fame. Not looking at Cooperstown, but he is in the Red Sox Hall of Fame. So he's
that's
in one of them.
that's interesting. And you know who was one of his coaches? I think on the White Sox, Mr. Harold Baines, in 2013. If he was on that team,
I
pretty
mean, it was
interesting.
2012 he went to the White Sox. Sorry.
Some like or
Yeah,
he
that's
was a
easy.
coach at that
Yeah.
time, so pretty interesting how that tied in.
Dude, and Baines, he got a World Series ring with was it the '05 White Sox,
Yeah,
right?
the 2005. Yeah, that's correct. Yep. So as a coach, so
Well, man, hey, happy 47 for the Uke and happy 67 for Mr. Baines.
yeah, that's right. That's
You want
right.
to talk cards? Give us a call over here at Card Blitz. We'll
That's
bring
right. I like it. All right, we'll get some
well,
show and tell, Kelly.
definitely, man. Let's do some show and tell. What you got?
Okay. All right, man. This has kind of made my whole month, but I was able to pick up this little gem.
Oh, look at
Look at
that.
that. Speaking of the 81 top set, the Topps Heritage. I mean, this is really cool, man. So the Shohei Ohtani rookie card, three-player rookie card
The
from the
panel. Yeah, the
reprint, the
three pair
panel of
card.
81 tops. I was able to work back and forth with the seller. It took about a week, but we were able to figure out a price that I felt comfortable paying. And I finally have a Shohei Ohtani rookie card. I'm excited.
The clouds parted. You said I've got one, and
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned the that 81 design and how much you like current players on those retro older
Yes.
designs. So
Yeah, I saw it
I
and I
mean
was like,
that has Patrick appeal.
yeah,
You like it, man, and it's
yeah,
cool.
correct. I saw it and I go, wow, I didn't even know I didn't know he had a rookie like that looked like that in that retro style. I'm like, I got to look this up. And sure enough, I was like, there's a couple out there that I think are pretty attractive. Like there's an 83 tops reprint one. I mean, I think that's pretty neat as well. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a hold of that at some point. So I do. I enjoy those. I enjoy those old sets with new players on them. Pretty neat.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I've got the 78 football design rookie of Shohei, and that one I think they production was like 2,200 or something like that. It was one of those like on demand or tops now kind of things that Throwback Thursday, whatever they call it. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, definitely, man. I mean, that's what attracts like the older collectors, man, is
Yeah.
current players on those vintage designs when we were growing up. And I was thinking about, last time we recorded, we were talking about World Baseball Classic cards. And
Yep.
sure enough, man, Friday at work, I'm just on my lunch break, I'm scrolling through my phone and Tops Now shows up. Hey, buy your sets now, and get your
Yeah.
chance to pull an Aaron Judge auto or the one of one or the one of one Shohei Ohtani. So I'm sure
Yeah.
that the printing presses are gonna be just going crazy cranking out these World Baseball Classic cards.
Yeah. They got some good talent. So I mean, yes, I agree. That's great. So pretty neat. So I was very happy to get that. But what about yourself, Kelly?
Well, I ran into my buddy Brian George over at the Dallas Card Show yesterday,
Oh
and
yeah.
he helped me complete a set. And it's collector's choice from '94.
Okay.
Last three cards I needed. And I like the way that they had like the photography. Now the one thing I don't like is how like if you had more than 3 years of stats, they just took like the most recent three.
Yeah.
Your career totals at the bottom, but I do like the large images and the color, and the design's not too bad. I
Uh,
did visit a couple of vintage tables,
okay.
and I'm working on my 75 Topps football set, and I was able to pick up three cards, and now I'm just like 4 cards away, 5 cards away. And
Nice.
the three I picked up, man. Bob Lilly,
That's nice.
Cliff Crash Harris, rookie card,
Okay.
and then this guy who has an army on the most hated team in the world, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. I've got that. I've got that Franco. It's pretty neat. I don't have very many of those, but that's one card I do have. Pretty cool. Well, of course, it's a Steeler though.
Yeah,
So,
man. And then the last thing that kind of topped it off was, as you know, I'm working on that 1970 Topps baseball set, and I picked up this beauty of a team that's no longer in Seattle.
was that a? Did you meet up with a dealer or communicate
Oh
beforehand, or
yeah,
did you find that? Did you
my
find that
buddy
at the show?
at the show, my buddy Phil, he's been a dealer there for forever and a day, but he has only vintage,
Okay.
and yeah, man, he just busts things out. He lives down in close to Austin. And so
Okay.
he comes up to the show every 2 months, and yeah, we just get to talking, and then he helped me work on that 72 football high series set. So yeah, I love hanging out with him and just kind of learning from him. And yeah, he is like, hey man, I've got some 70 tops. So I go through the box and found one.
Is Phil the gentleman that we met a couple of years ago who's big into the Cowboys? Is he a big
That's
Cowboys fan?
Wendell.
That's
That's
Wendell. Okay.
Wendell is the one who hooked me up with the Bob Lilly and the Cliff Harris.
Okay. That's cool.
So
Okay. I
yeah,
remember him. Yeah, he was a pretty nice guy.
you get to know these dealers, you build relationships with them, and then it's they know what you're working on, and it's cool, man. They can, hey, I know you got this. This is what I have, and it's a pretty good experience.
Yeah, especially if he's got that stock and he'd rather he'd rather pay it forward to somebody who's collecting that set, as I'm sure. I mean, nobody needs to have a 70s tops team of Seattle, in their
Seattle Pilots said,
yeah, in the collection. I mean, but someone who's going after the set, you need to give it to that guy. You need to let him have it.
well,
So
yeah, and he knows I'm a set builder, and so you know where the Seattle Pilots moved to?
I do not. Tampa Bay? I don't know.
They became known as the Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they were
Interesting.
in Seattle for a couple of years, and then they moved east. And one Hank Aaron ended up on those Milwaukee Brewers
Yep, that's right.
and did his career there, man.
That's interesting. Yeah, I did not know the history of that. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's what we're into these cards, man. The history and look, I mean, some people are in it for the money, but guys like you and I, and I think most of our CardBlitz viewers, they're going to be in it for like they're collectors, and they like
Yeah,
the story that these cards tell. And yeah, the history is a part of that story.
yeah. I'm interested. What they put on the back of that 70s team set? Did they have all the players, or did they do some stats of the leaders of the team?
Team stats here.
Okay, because I like it when they did that. I like when they put
Yeah.
on who the leader of the team was and the players.
Yeah, they like the batting average and then yeah, like homers, singles, doubles. yada yada, man. Total bases, pitching, all the normal stuff, ERA, WHIP, things like that, strikeouts,
Yeah.
wins, losses, saves.
Little snapshot of time. That's what's
Yeah.
neat about it. So yeah, that's great. That's
Well,
good.
when was the last time you were at a card show, man?
It's been 2 years. So
Oh, okay.
it's
So it's been a
been
minute for you.
yeah, because I was gonna go to the one 2 weeks ago here in Charlotte. Actually, I take that back. It's been just over a year. It's been two card shows in Charlotte ago, but about just over a year. And when I went, yeah, I was amazed at the breadth and scope of Pokemon. It was pretty intense. So um, I have not been to a vintage a show that's got vintage or newer cards in probably 2 years. That's probably that. But this one was about just over a year ago, and it was 60% Pokemon. I mean, I walked around, could barely find any guys that I was interested in looking at their stuff, and I just kind of like turned around and left. But I got a good glimpse of, what's driving collectibles. I mean, it was pretty intense. So there's a lot of people there, people dressed up. I mean, it's almost like a Comic Con. So
Oh, wow. Okay. So,
yeah,
yesterday at the Dallas Card Show on Saturday, when I went, um, the Pokemon's still there, and they're celebrating their big 30-year anniversary. So obviously, folks, it's a collectible, and dealers they want to profit, so they're going to sell the product. But uh, man, I'm telling you right now, like I went like at 3 in the afternoon, and the place was insanely packed. It was crazy, and so
really, that's
yeah, man,
interesting.
barely any moving room, and it was. If you're a collector, it's great, man. As far as like lots of dealers, lots of tables, like over 750 tables, but it could be a lot to take in, and my buddy Brian, who I got those collector's choice cards from, he said he'd been there since like 8:30 helping out one of his friends, and he was exhausted. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's just
Wow, was
man.
it up in was it north?
Yeah, yeah, it's out in Allen, but
Well, was it in
suburb
is
of
Allen? Yeah,
Dallas.
same
Yeah,
look. Okay,
yeah, yeah. So,
okay, gotcha.
what I was going to mention though, man, but at this Dallas card show is lots of dealers told me that they had pretty much been wiped out of their inventory like Thursday and Friday.
Okay,
They're
wow.
scrambling to find cards to sell to the masses. And so it got me to thinking, man, like how hot can this market, be? How high can these prices go? And so I
Yeah,
just kind of wanted to pick your brain on that and see what you're thinking.
yeah. Did you see? I'm interested in that because did you see people? Were they selling wax boxes? Were they selling just a little bit of everything? There, like the newest, like new releases. I mean, what was? Could you tell what was driving a lot of the sales?
That show is so large that you got anything and everything in the hobby world, man. You got folks that are dealers that are selling boxes, folks that are selling like just vintage, modern, Pokemon, one sport like football or baseball. It's the whole gamut, man. It's like if you're into collecting cards and memorabilia, that is a giant show to go to.
Did you see any of those the guys just selling pennants and bats and balls and
Yes.
jerseys? Okay,
Well,
yeah, that's
along with cards as well.
yeah, okay. I think that's pretty neat. I think that's if that those other facets of collecting are still staying hot as well. Like you want to get the card and you want to pick up a bat or a jersey. I mean, just the whole collector of a certain player. I mean, I think that's still got to be pretty strong.
I saw a couple of dealers that had like 1930s Mickey Mouse cards.
Interesting.
Yeah, whole Disney stuff. And I mean, yeah, like if that floats your boat, man, go get it. It just fascinates me, man. Like if it's vintage and most folks, yeah, they have memories of hey, Batman from the 60s and 70s and you know, uh
Yeah,
the Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck stuff of like the 30s. It's interesting.
the 50s Zorro cards. so,
Yeah, no,
so
man, it's all out there. Swamp Thing, Mars Attacks. Like,
wow.
dude, there's a whole world of collectibles. Star Wars from like 77 to present.
But it's this car it's the trading card collectible world that we're in now that's pulling all these other things along with it, which is great.
The
So
collectibles market, yes,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, the collectibles market it's pretty neat.
Now,
It's interesting.
I was gonna mention real quick, man. One of the things that I did notice, pricing.
Yeah, Yeah.
It was, because there was a card I was looking at, and I was like, that card, the dealer was asking $100.
Okay.
I was looking on eBay, and there were, eBay's kind of like, if you're going with auctions, maybe that's the true price of what someone's willing to pay. But I saw some buy it now stuff for that same card for like $25 less.
Okay.
So it makes me wonder, are most of these dealers raising their prices for a card show 20, 25%, expecting to have to negotiate down and haggle to still make their profit?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'm curious about that, man.
yeah, I mean, that's a good point because I think you rarely see people put little prices on things anymore. I remember back in the day when I was first collecting, there'd be a listed price, $20 for this, $10 for this, if they had the time to do that. But I think because the market is so hot for collectibles, maybe they just bring the things that they know are that can sell and they just don't put prices on it. Then you just start a conversation. And if you're willing to buy 3 cards for $80 each and the guy's got 100 on each of them, maybe that's good for the dealer and it's just great for you. But I think, I mean, I think that just that's driving the sales as well. Just being able to negotiate, find out what people are into. I mean, that's what's fun about card collectible shows. I enjoy going, just talking to the dealers and see
Right.
if you can
Well,
strike it.
I'll be real with you, Patrick. If I walk up to a table and there are no prices, chances are I'm not going to stick around. I'm like, and I don't know if it's, there's not a starting point of, hey, man, that's a really nice Hank Aaron card. How much you asking for it? What are you
Yeah.
listing it at? Then they pull out their phone and they'll take a second and kind of, well, I see it comping right here, right now at this.
Yeah.
And
Some
you're
of the
like,
guys pull
yeah,
out the 130 point, the 130 point, they're looking
no,
at
dude,
it.
the card ladder is like a big one for them. And obviously eBay sales history.
Yeah.
So, and again, like Otani stuff, man, I mean, just there was so much high-end stuff there, Patrick. It's like, who swims in these waters, man?
Yeah. Did you see graded and non-graded? Just the same, like,
No, the non-graded stuff, usually uh, those ones usually, uh, they were like, just soft sleeves or
yeah.
card savers. Maybe have a little sticker, like some color code thing.
Yeah. Coded. Yeah.
Graded though, man, a lot of them just had prices on there. And I'm like sitting there looking at these Otani cards, and I'm like, 7,000, 10,000, 15,000. I'm like, you're at a card show, man.
Yeah. Just like you want to walk up there and go, yeah, can I write a check?
Dude, yeah, I guess they
Yes.
run their credit card, or I don't know, man.
Yeah. Wow, dropping 7 grand on a card at a card show. I mean, you and I saw a little bit of that at a card show a few years back. The guy was throwing down the $100 bills on the table, and
Yeah, he had
it,
a
it was
stack of
it was a rush. We weren't even part of the deal, and I was like, "Whoo! Did you see that?" It's like, it was pretty amazing.
Exactly, Patrick. So yeah, what do you think, man? Do you think like this market, like how hot can it get? How long do you think we keep like trending upwards with the
Well,
price?
I'm glad you asked because I was very interested in that when we talked last week, and so I went to Gem Rate just out of curiosity to take a look and see, what's happening in the world of like grading, for example. Like when I looked for this Otani rookie and I was looking at it and I was like, I want to get a graded card of Otani. There's chances of me sending it off to get graded now with the prices increasing, the lead times increasing. Probably
And
not
you're
going to,
rolling the dice of, am I going to get a 10?
yeah, and
Or am I
probably
going to
not.
be happy with my 9 or 8 if the dude's having a bad day?
Yeah. Well, when you look at it, so a raw card like that was going for like, I don't know, $50. So, okay, I spent $50 because it's still an Otani rookie. You send it off to get graded. You've got another, what, 20 something dollars invested
No,
in it.
they
And then it
raised their
comes,
prices over at PSA. Now SGC, same price, but longer wait time.
yeah, but then it comes back like at 8. And you're like, okay, I almost got $90 into this thing and it's an 8. I mean, you could probably buy an 8 for less. So,
Maybe, yeah.
um,
You should have looked that up, man. Be like, Kelly, here's the
yeah.
price of a 10, here's the price of an 8.
Well, I was like, once we got the deal on that, I was like, just ecstatic. So I was like, okay, great. And I
Done.
just,
Close it, ship it, make it
but
happen.
I thought it was interesting is, when you look at this gem rate, so I just took a snapshot of a day of March 13th. So, which is Friday. And PSA still leads know if you guys can all see this, but PSA still leads the grading world by quite a large margin.
All right.
And so when you look at this, you're like, well, is that all baseball? Is that football? You dive into it. It's actually mostly TCG is the cards that are being graded. So, it's all Pokemon stuff, the Pokemon world.
And One Piece.
It,
I think those are the two things. Pokemon and One Piece.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And when you look at it, it's interesting because it says Pokemon. Then next up is baseball, but it's like 5 times less than what the Pokemons are that are being graded right now.
Hmm.
So I know we talked about this last year. What's the strength, or what does Pokemon do for collecting? Do people, I mean, do we enjoy that? Is it driving other things? And I think the popularity of just getting cards graded, I don't think that's going to ever change. I think people would still get cards graded. There's still something to it, especially if you're a dealer and you're trying to make money, and that's the way you put food on the table. But I think it's pulling everything with it. So what happens if Pokemon all of a sudden starts to slow down a little bit? I think that's a real question. I mean, do people still want to go out there and get Otani's graded, Steph Curry's graded, Jordan's graded? I still think they do. I wonder
Right.
what happens with the prices then, though. Does it level out a little bit, or these are some good questions. I have no idea, but I think right now you're right. It's hot. I mean, there's still a lot of interest in collectibles, and I don't see it slowing down when you look at some numbers like this. I mean, it's here's a graph as well, like on the bottom. This is it's going straight up, and this is from 2021 over here all the way until 2020s, early 2026. Look at that trend. I mean, last time I checked, that's pretty positive. I mean, and this is in breadth of, it's up to 2 million cards peaked in September of 2025. That was only a few months ago, and it stayed above. It's about 2 million cards. It stayed above 1.8 the last 3 months. So, can you reach 2.5 million? I mean, it's pretty amazing. If you look at what's happening on here, yeah, the numbers would say yes. So I think it's pretty interesting. I don't think it ever. I think we're in the middle of something pretty cool here for collectibles. I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. And if it does, I don't think it's going to drop out like it has historically in the past, where just things are not, like a Cal Ripken rookie used to be worth $300 or something, and now it's $10. I don't think it just drops down like that. Do you have an opinion on that?
Well, I mean, I think you and I, the way we grew up in the hobby, things were cyclical.
Yes.
You maybe it's now it's a market of extremes, because apparently, and I wasn't in the hobby in 2020, 2021. I came back in 2023, thanks to you. And so,
Yeah.
like, my understanding though is that there was a huge drop off after 2020, I guess, or 2021. There was a market correction, and so prices, where you showed on that graph, yeah, that's going to show that just increase in pricing and value and cards submitted. But it is a hobby,
Yeah.
and the economy has been decent for 5 years. Do you think if there's a hiccup in the real world economy, less discretionary dollars, people have
Yeah.
to make choices, you know, maybe they don't submit cards for grading, maybe they don't go to the card show. It's interesting.
Yeah. I think when that happens, you have to put a pause on some things in your life, obviously. And like you mentioned, it's a hobby. I mean, I could see not buying any cards for a year, you know, or two for me, and just like, okay, maybe
Yeah,
that's
well, I
not as
mean, you can
important.
just enjoy the cards for what they are, and you
Yeah.
already
Enjoy
have
what you
them,
have.
so
Yeah.
exactly. Be
Yeah.
grateful for what you have, and yeah, I mean, that's another topic for another day. But yeah, man, that'll be interesting to see how hot this thing can get and for how long. Um, one of the things that we do need to do though is we need to
Yeah.
open up these last couple of packs of 2026 Topps
Let's
Baseball Series 1, man. Because I've had a blast doing this, man, but I'm down to my last
let's do it.
two packs. So, you
Lead
ready?
us off, Kelly.
All right, man.
Me too.
Open
Yep.
open up these packs, man. Let's see what I can pull here. Because apparently the 1952 Mickey Mantle redemption card hasn't been pulled yet. So
Yep.
maybe you and I in our four packs has one. So let's see. Starting off, little insert here. A little Ellie De La Cruz, stars of the MLB. All right, some guy named Matt Chapman.
Yep.
All right, looks like a one of those spring training. I don't know, Diamante thingies.
Oh, is it the AZ? Yeah, spring training
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Javier Baez. Let's see. Little Japanese pitcher here. Uh, this Shota guy.
Yep. Imanaga. Yep.
Yep. All right. A rookie card of our second baseman in fantasy baseball,
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Carson,
Carson
you put
Blank. Oh, shortstop. My bad.
yeah,
Shortstop.
put
Yeah,
that on
we
the
picked him
put
up
that
in
on the
fantasy
mantle.
baseball, man. A guy that used to be a hobby darling, Anthony Volpe. Uh, this guy used to be a hobby darling for a minute, Michael Harris.
Yep. Oh yeah.
My Texas Rangers team card.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
From when they almost made the playoffs but didn't because
Yeah.
it was cold last year. All right, Victor Scott, almost done here. Max Muncy.
Yep.
Let's see, Mr. Kyle Backus, I believe. And then closing it out, one St. Patrick Bailey, who will celebrate
Nice.
St. Patrick's Day on Tuesday.
There you go.
How about you, man? Your first pack, what you got?
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Titans of the game. Little Bobby Witt
All
Jr.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. Little Wilson Contreras. Ooh, Kansas City Royals team or Team Italy, like you mentioned.
Yeah, Team Italy.
Nathan Church rookie card. Tomoyaki Sagano card. I'm not familiar with him for the Orioles. Must have just come over from Japan.
Interesting.
So interesting. Oh, Nick Castellanos.
Hey, celebrated a birthday a week ago.
That's right. Yep. Oh yes, Jose Altuve. Can't go wrong with a pack that's got Altuve in it.
An Astro for you, dude.
That's right. And Clayton Kershaw
Hey, just
exiting
retired.
gracefully from baseball. Pretty
And the
nice.
World Baseball Classic yesterday. Yeah, I heard
Yep.
he's done.
Sonny Gray, who continues to pitch in major leagues. It feels like we had him on a fantasy team like a
Yeah, back
decade ago.
when he was with the A's.
So Scooball, Tariq,
Yes.
he's
Who's no
he's
longer the World Baseball Classic, that
yeah.
guy.
Ronnie Henriquez, not quite sure. Ooh, Christian Yelich, throwback card.
Former Seattle Pilots organization, now Milwaukee Brewers.
Yep. Too bad is that numbered? No. Oh well, that's okay.
But it's still a cool looking card, man.
Yeah, not too bad. All right, well, getting
All
ready.
right. Tupac, Pac 2. What do we have here, man? I'm gonna go through these a lot quicker. I'm just gonna look at them. If I see any big hits,
Yeah, let's.
I'll let you know, man. All right. Like you, pulled the Titans of the game, Mr. Juan Soto,
Yep.
Dominican
Nice.
Republic. All righty. Let's see here. Going through, 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 and maybe this guy, Junior Caminero,
Yep.
also on the Dominican Republic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what a team.
Yep.
All right, we'll get into this next, last pack. Bobby Witt, stars of MLB.
All
Bobby
right.
Witt Jr. seems to be hot in my
You got a
packs.
lot of Bobby Witt Jr. cards now, man.
Yep. Rookie James Wood. He's a
Yeah.
up and coming stud.
With
Oh,
Washington.
Pete Crow Armstrong hit 2 jacks in the game earlier this week.
Yeah, hopefully he's got a hot bat tonight.
Zach McKinstry. Oh, Mr. Peyton Toll. We know who he is.
Yeah. With the St. Patrick's uniform on.
Yep.
St. Patrick's Day.
That's right. Yeah. And Kobe Mayo, like he's supposed to be an up and coming guy, future star.
Yeah.
And then a National League leaders card. So
Hey, look at that, man. A little
overall,
free panel action there.
yeah, which is pretty neat. Schwarber, like Soto
Otani.
and Otani, all World Baseball Classic
Otani.
guys. So
Man,
that's
nice.
it.
All right. Well, let's we in our last four packs we did not pull any Mickey Mantle redemption cards for
It's
rookie.
still out there, guys.
Rookie. So keep busting open your packs, guys.
Yeah.
All right, Stump Patrick time. We're down to it. So here we go. Here's the big
All right.
question, and it's related to the World Baseball Classic
Ooh,
again.
okay.
All right, because that'll be over on Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day. All right, which team has the most World Baseball Classic title game appearances?
Ooh,
Right,
title
which
game.
team representing a country has the most World Baseball Classic title game appearances? So you may run through
Hmm.
through your four options, or you
Yeah,
just want to take a stab at it.
I think I mean Japan's won 3 times, so how can they have they did they lose? Have they been in 4 times? Something wants to tell me that I'm going to pick Japan.
All right, so here you go. Here are your options. And again, these doesn't mean you won it. You just made the game.
Right,
All right,
right.
made the title game. All right, option A, USA.
That was my
Option
second
B,
choice.
Japan. Option C, Puerto Rico. Option D, Dominican Republic.
Cool. Now you when you mention those options, I still going to go with
You got
Japan.
four really good teams, man.
I think I'm going to still go with Japan, but and any of those would not surprise me. So,
All right, so if you chose Japan, you are like 57.3% of America, and you are correct.
all right.
They got three title game appearances, followed by the United States with two title game
Okay.
appearances, tied with Puerto Rico with two title
Okay.
game appearances, and then the Dominican Republic has one.
Wow, I would have thought Dominican Republic would have had 2 or something like that. That's interesting. So,
Cuba has one in there, and then I think South Korea. I think
okay.
they made it one. So yeah,
It's
and that's been it. That's your whole field of countries represented in the title game at the World Baseball Classic.
it's interesting Mexico's not on it doesn't have one. So, I'm sure
Right.
that's so
Well, one of
I
these
can
days,
see
man, maybe Australia gets in there, or England, or hey, maybe even Team Italy. Right? I
shoot,
mean,
you never
the
know.
Royals.
We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, that's interesting.
Never know, man. That's why we're watching these games, man. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm glad that we talked about it because I don't want to miss tonight's game, and I probably would have gotten busy and forgotten about it. So
Yep, on Fox Sports One.
that's right.
Oh,
Fox
why
has
it's not
got
on
it.
regular Fox? I don't know, man. But anywho, on that note, man, it's been a great episode. Appreciate you and the viewers, CardBlitz viewers, hanging out with us. You want to wrap up with anything?
No, it's great. I mean, let's get this train rolling again next week.
All right,
So,
man. Well, then we will do it again. And on that note, CardBlitz viewers, drop us a line, and we'll catch up with you later.
yep. See you guys.